children have questions about how babies die. And this question may come out, it might sound like that. How do babies die? Or what is an abortion? Or what is a miscarriage? And sometimes they might hear this on a show or the news, or maybe a friend was talking about it or something like that. So it's really interesting when these questions come up, because it can make parents wonder like where the question came from. So if you have any questions about that, the source of it, make sure you ask, but do it in a way that you watch your tone so they don't feel like they're in trouble for asking the question. And what you can say is sometimes babies aren't growing properly, and there's a lot of things that can happen to a woman's body that may make it hard for the baby to grow. And sometimes the baby doesn't make it. And in fact, about a third of pregnancies, or a third of women, will experience a miscarriage. And so the reality is really high that's a pretty common occurrence. And maybe some of you out there, some of our viewers may have had that experience. And so that's how I would recommend talking about maybe a miscarriage. And if they say, why does that happen? To say, well, there's lots of reasons, and give an example of maybe one, okay? And another question might be about what is abortion. And this is a question that has tons of values around it. First, you could define it as, sometimes women get into situations where maybe they weren't expecting to get pregnant or weren't ready to be pregnant, and they may decide to end their pregnancy or terminate their pregnancy, and that's called an abortion. And I don't think you need to get in the details of how it's performed or anything like that. But what you could do after that point is share that this is something that some women may decide to do, and some of the reasons are maybe they were raped, maybe their life's in danger, or maybe they just really aren't ready for that baby, and they feel like that's the best decision for them at that time. And if you feel strongly that it's not something that people should do, you certainly could share that with them, and just realize too that it is something that we fight for every day, and that has been something that before it was legal and able to be performed in a way that is medically safe, that women died. There's always been abortion, whether we agree or disagree or wish there wasn't. It is something that is a choice, at least today, for women, and it's really up to them to decide what's best for them. And sometimes you might not be sure, like, is this something that is happening to a friend of yours, or what makes you ask this question? You might really want to know, like, why are you asking this question? So just remember to be careful about your tone again. Remember that's a theme through all of these tough questions is, always watch your tone. And you can instill your values, but also encourage your children and say, look, you're going to have to decide how you feel about certain things. This is what I believe, or our family believes. This is what we hope for you. At the end of the day, this is a decision that, everybody has to make for themselves of what they feel is right or wrong, or what's going to be best for their futures or not. And all of those things are factors. So I hope that helps. And we got more coming. So keep on watching.